The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Olsen flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board in this one.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The give is to Elliott. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Olsen. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Olsen being chased out left. Letting one go deep for his running back. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. This is first and goal from about the 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To throw on second down. Olsen. This will be caught just inside the 10. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They start on the ground with Elliott.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'll give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 10th carry now for Elliott. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Here we go. Hot. Watching that, Barney. Check 48 for the mic. Check 48 for the mic. Watching that, Barney. Hot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll check this one down to Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Watching that, Barney. Gun. Over. Hot.
Looking to throw on second down. Olsen forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pernell McPhee able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Watching that, Barney. Detroit. Hot.
On third down, Olsen, and able to connect with Berrios. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Olsen. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Hot.
Off the play fake, Olsen. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Olsen. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. And they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
This is taken at about the 14. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit, Detroit.
On 1st down, Olsen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give them a gain of 37.
Over, 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 over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
To throw on 2nd down. Olsen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 1st down. Olsen buying time to his left. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Olsen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Olsen steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Watching that, Barney!
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over! Gun!
On 1st and 10, Olsen being chased out left. Room here to run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Olsen flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On 3rd and 2, Olsen dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, But he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! 48, Mike. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Olsen. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On second down, Michelle. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 48 for Mike. Check 48 for Mike. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
From the gun on 3rd down, Olsen. He hits right, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Throwing again, Olsen. And this is complete. It's Allen. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Olsen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Eluding the pressure right. They shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now it's Jackson. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And now out come the Patriots. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Michelle. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Throwing on first down. Olsen, he's going to float this one deep right. He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, Olsen, and a dump off to White. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
To throw on 2nd down, Olsen. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. 48.
Operating from the gun. Olsen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They slot Gronkowski outright. Looking to throw. Olsen. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on 3rd down, Olsen. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. first down. Olsen escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Back to throw. Olsen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes a flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's the fullback, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their two-point lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Devin McCourty brings him down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. A dump off to Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot. Hot.
From the gun, Olsen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Olsen. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Olsen, now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, for real, like, it's real for real, I'm in the field for real, I'm about my check for real, I'm about my respect for real, my diamonds are crystal clear, I'm shining from ear to ear, with the paper, see them lames later, can't save her, stepped out, now she saying what she really think, open accounts no matter where we at, there and back, eyes barely open, I never it once and she two, that means it's can't. But my explosive, train to go, my chain to glow. Everything you see I paid for, gang or croak. For real, like, it's real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining.